But for now, I guess we can just say thanks for joining our live here. We are excited for February 5th, man. I think that goes without saying. Brawl in the Burgh 10, February 5th at the Monroeville Convention Center is our next event, and we have some huge announcements for you guys on this stream about that event. We haven't announced many or any fights for that card yet, and that was by design. We do have some fights signed that we've been waiting to tell you guys about. I know the fighters themselves have been itching to talk about their fights, so thank you to all the fighters for keeping it under wraps. You guys did awesome. With my background as a journalist, man, let me tell you, sitting on news like that is very hard. Like every part of me wanted to just be like, tell the world what you know. Somebody just showed up. Who could it be, Ryan?
I don't know.
Who could it be showing up?
Killmonger.
That's just the first thing I put in when I hit the button. For some reason, it auto corrected to that.
That's great. Well, Khama Worthy joins us live. We are live right now, Khama, so don't say something that's going to get yourself canceled. We don't.
Oh shit! Really?
Yeah, you're good. I believe in you, Khama. I believe in you. But yeah, man, we're live on several platforms right now. Everybody's been waiting to see what our special guest would be. It is obviously Khama Worthy. Khama, you want to tell the good people what's going down in February?
February. It's gonna be Valentine's Day, February 14th. So you guys make sure you go out and buy some chocolates for your loved ones and stuff.
Yeah. That's it.
That's exactly what he was referring to.
Yeah,
also I will be fighting for 247 Fighting Championships back here in Steel City again, February 5th out in Monroeville at the Convention Center. So yeah, I'm excited. It's been a while since I've obviously since I fought in Pittsburgh. It's been a while, but it's been a while. It's been almost over 2 years since I've had like actually more than like 30 fans for an event. So it's gonna be kind of cool. You know, I come back home, not under the best circumstances, but you know, just kind of hitting the restart button so I can restart back where it all started and just get back to where I need to be.
That's awesome, man. Well, obviously, it goes without saying that we're ridiculously excited to have you at the event. It's not like you haven't been up to big things in the UFC and whatnot. You know, how special does it feel, though, to bring it back to Pittsburgh, to Monroeville for you?
It feels really good because, like, when I got to the UFC, you know, no one knew I was going to go to UFC at that time. So that was kind of like my last time being able to like actually fight in my hometown because the UFC don't come to fucking Pittsburgh. So it was kind of like a bittersweet type thing. But now I get to like kind of use a cheat code and rewind time a little bit and get a little pep stop on my way back to where I need to be right in Pittsburgh. So like people that haven't maybe never got to see me or maybe wanted to see me live, maybe in their city, in our city and stuff, they get to like actually get that feeling again. So it's gonna be something special, man. Like I said, it's gonna be lots of fun. I look forward to really just putting on this show, man, having some fun.
Yeah, man, that's sick. And we have an opponent for Khama already. It's going to be Jeremiah Scott. How much research have you done on him, man? He looks like a tough fighter. He's 4-1 in his last 5. Has a really good resume going. What do you like about this fight?
It's a fight, which is definitely good. That's a plus sign for sure. I definitely don't want a fight that's the person's going to be like not trying to fight the whole fucking time. But yeah, I mean, like he's cool. He's whatever. But I'm not really overthinking it. Like, you know, I mean, like I know I've competed at the top of the world, wins and losses, whatever it is, and I know where I'm supposed to be. And right now, I'm just gonna have to like go out there and just do what I do best.
Yeah. So for people
not looking past anybody, because I don't want to end up being like Amanda Nunes. Shit. I'm definitely not looking past them because it's an MMA fight and anything can freaking happen. But I want to go out there and I want to put on the show, but I also want to prove there's levels to this shit.
Yeah. So you're saying you got more than 5 minutes of cardio?
Yeah. Like Amanda Nunes is like, I'm a big Amanda Nunes fan, but I don't know what the hell that was. Her and Dustin Poirier looked like they was tired in like 30 seconds into their fights. They must have thought they were going to kill their opponents and it didn't work. So
Always good to have a plan B. So for people just now joining the live stream, we did announce Khama Worthy is on the stream with us. He will be main eventing Brawl in the Burgh 10, February 5th in Monroeville. It's huge for Pittsburgh MMA, huge for MMA in general. We're obviously super excited to have Khama back. Ryan, I know Khama and you, the history goes back. What's so exciting?
I hate that guy. I can stand him.
What's exciting to you about having Khama? What's different, I should say, about a Khama Worthy fight card?
Well, I think, I'm obviously super excited. The thing that excites me the most is there are a bunch of new Khama Worthy fans that, learned who Khama was because he's in the UFC that have never gotten to see him fight live and in person. And this is your opportunity. There's a bunch of new people in Pittsburgh that want to see this guy fight, and nobody's gotten to see him fight live other than the people in Anaheim at, his debut. But other than that, it's been few and far between. And so this is very likely Khama Worthy's last fight in Pittsburgh. And so this is the last chance potentially to see him fight there. And
it's like that Willy Wonka shit when you get that golden ticket. Except for you gotta pay for your ticket.
This is I think this is a special opportunity for fans, and Khama and I have a good relationship, and even though he doesn't like to admit it, honestly, it's great having him back. He's a guy who is very integral in launching 247, and so Khama's one of those guys that, like, no matter what he wants, like, he gets. So
spoiled.
Whatever he wants. He's like the spoiled kid at Christmas. Like,
total opposite. It's like whatever I want, I gotta work to get. It's the total opposite.
Oh, man. Like if Khama was like, find me a fight yesterday, we would be like, okay, we'll start working on that right away, sir. So we're super stoked. I mean, anyone who's ever met Khama knows, like, he acts like like he's mean, but he's really like the biggest sweetheart, and he's and everyone that knows him actually knows that, but he keeps that hard demeanor up. Like, first time I ever met Khama, I don't know if you remember Khama, but I thought he was the biggest jerk on the planet.
Yeah, you guys were irritating me. You were trying to make me like do camera stuff. It was like 2 weeks out from a fight, and I was like, this is ridiculous. What am I doing here?
Yeah, and so I was like, dude, I'm just trying to build your fight up, man. I mean, that's what I was trying to do. So, but we've if we'll
look
see
where we're
if
at now.
We'll see if he gets remodeling done on his house or not, and if
yeah, I got Ryan, and he's gonna be see, that's how much he doesn't. I'm a mean guy and all that stuff, but yeah, I need my house remodeled, and I called him up too, and he didn't give me a celebrity discount.
It's whatever you need, Khama, sir.
He needs that influencer discount. Come on, man.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, I will post you guys on my Instagram, and I have a blue check or whatever the hell it is, or chip, or what's it called? Blue check.
That's beautiful. Khama, a guy, Chase Archer Evans on Facebook, is saying he saw your first fight ever at the boxing gym in Imperial. Do you remember that fight?
Yeah, that was my first interaction with combat sports, for sure. That was a long, very, very long time ago. But that was my first thing ever. That was my first fight ever, anything. Yeah, that was a long, long, long time ago. Wow.
Chase has been there since day one, apparently. He's obviously hyped up for your return on February 5th, too. So that's cool. Crazy, man. What's that feel like to have guys that have literally followed your entire career? It's got to be cool for you.
Oh, yeah. It's definitely, it's a sweet feeling. I mean, even like now, like the other night I went out with my fiance, her Christmas party, and we're out throwing axes, and this guy comes up and he like recognizes me, and he was like a 54-year-old guy, and all he does is like he watches fights and he races motorcycles, and he recognized me, and it like made his fucking day. It was just cool to have that type of stuff. You know what I mean? Like to me, I'm like I always tell people I'm just a regular ass dude, but I mean like to some people it's different, and they really take it a lot. They really take it personal, and they enjoy just me talking because my ass can talk. Don't start talking to me because I won't stop. we were there for like 45 minutes talking and stuff. Let me turn my lights on. So yeah, I mean, you never noticed that?
I've never even heard you speak before, man.
That's beautiful. That's great. But yeah,
I
man.
thought I talked a lot until I met Khama.
He showed you that there's a new bar.
He sets the bar.
Yeah, exactly. He
He's
disappeared. See? This is how he rolls. You know what? The good news is, he's right back, first of all. We'll tag him right back in. There we back.
Go. Yeah. I had to charge my my phone before it died on me.
Nice. Good stuff. Well, Khama, we're not going to take up too much more of your time, man. We appreciate you tagging in, and obviously we're crazy excited for this fight on February 5th. Yeah,
cool. So fans, tickets, they should be. When do tickets go on sale or?
Right now, they are on sale.
There we go. So I'll be getting tickets too. I know I had a couple of people that sort of kind of knew somewhat. So I'll be having tickets. Contact me. I'll be at the gym and stuff, and looking forward to coming out and bringing a house down out in Monroeville.
And just so everyone knows, you can also buy the tickets now online. You can choose Khama as your fighter or anyone that you're supporting as your fighter.
No, fuck them. Choose Khama as your fighter. Fuck all that shit.
Yeah, so they're on sale at 247fighting.com right now.
Legend.
Yeah, I'll put I'll share a link. Send me a link so I can share a link on my story for all the people watching stuff. I'll share a link and you guys can get it that way. Or I know a lot of people like to come and get tickets hand in hand for some strange reason. So like I said, I'm going to be getting tickets in hand too. So you can just come and get hands and dick around and bullshit and I give you tickets or whatever,
Yep.
So that way
even though I get cranky.
They avoid those like credit card fees and online ticketing fees and all that.
Yeah, that's true.
And they get to meet Khama Worthy. I mean, come on.
Well, there's a downside to everything. Hunter.
Friday.
That's what they call an alley-oop right there.
Just don't leave, when you go into the gym, just don't leave your shoes on. Just make sure,
You get hit with a brick. Go ahead and if you want to get hit with a brick, be my guest. Walk around with your shoes on where my baby's going to be crawling. I'm going to hit you with a brick.
I love it. Oh, man.
A real brick.
Like an actual brick.
Yeah, like an actual brick, like one that you put to build homes and shit.
All right, Khama, go enjoy your night, man. We appreciate you hopping on this live, dude. We're obviously incredibly excited for you to fight. We'll talk soon.
Awesome, man. Thank you.
And for all of you, stay tuned. We have more announcements coming.
Yeah, there's a lot more. Actually, I'm gonna tag this guy in right now. Who could it be? Look at this beautiful man. Oh, no, he's muted. I think he's muted.
Oh, no. How do I unmute?
There, you got it. You got it.
No, mute again.
I'm good.
Mute again.
Yeah, just keep it muted. Where's Ivy?
I just walked in the door like a couple minutes ago, so I didn't get her out yet.
Okay, fair enough.
Ethan, can you do me a favor? Can you turn your phone sideways?
Why is Ryan so whiny?
It just filled up the screen, bro. Dude, you need to like just chill, bro.
Wine in Middleton.
I'm about to hit the leave button already.
He's had enough of this stream. Before you leave, Ethan Goss, we should probably talk about why you're here on this announcement stream. What's going down February 5th in the land of Ethan Goss?
February 5th, Ethan Goss is going to be fighting James Adcock for the 247 featherweight championship.
Wait,
nice.
What?
Ryan didn't know.
How come no one told me? No, I'm just kidding.
News to you, Ryan. I run your show.
Well, you run, that's for sure. You run.
Well, at least I'm good at something.
No, well, obviously, dude, we're crazy excited for that fight. I don't know how much film you've watched of James Adcock yet, but I know Ryan and I have been doing our homework a little bit. This looks like a pure Ethan Goss fight waiting to happen, man. What excites you about this matchup in particular? Besides
It's
the belt?
just it's gonna be fun. Like it's just he's the type of guy that like definitely likes to get in there and get it done. All his wins are by finish. You know what I mean? So and majority of my wins are by finish. So I think it's just going to be a great fight. You know what I mean? He likes to seem to strike. He likes to clinch. He likes to grapple. So same thing as me. I like to do it all in there.
Yeah, he trains out of Knoxville MMA for people just joining, and they have a really strong roster there, man. That's a great fight camp, obviously, out of Knoxville, Tennessee. They were on our last Brawl in the Burgh card as well in Monroeville, and their fighters really showed up and looked good. You can tell the coaching there is top notch, the preparation's top notch. So,
Yeah, they had a debut guy that I can't remember what his name was. I think he fought at 140 pounds. He looked really good. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
No.
I think that was Ricky Clayball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he fought a really close decision. Actually, lost the decision, but I personally actually thought he won that fight.
I agreed. Yeah. I couldn't say that on a commentary table, but I agreed. I thought he won that fight.
It was good. I mean, either guy. It wasn't like a robbery or anything like that, but it was a very close fight, which is awesome.
So
we got Cam Allgaier popping into the comments. You know that guy, Ethan? You ever hear him?
I don't admit that I know him. He's like a little annoying brother. It just will not go away. Always loses his glasses because he's blind.
The mole rat.
That's how he got the name Naked Mole Rat.
I don't know if we need to know that story. Is that story PG or at least PG-13? Are we talking?
No, yeah, it's PG. It was actually one of his fights for Ryan. I think it was his second fight. He won and he come in the back, and Darren's boy Caden Cassidy, he was like, Cam, you look like a little naked mole rat walking around there, all hairless, no hair on your body and stuff, always squinting, looks like you're trying to feel things to walk around. And he hated it, and I refused to not let it stick. So I made sure every chance that I got to call him the mole rat, he got called the mole rat. And now here we are.
That is beautiful.
Little mole rat.
Yeah, I did that post on 247 social media a while ago, and it was just like fill in the blank, the best fighter nickname in Pittsburgh history or whatever is, and so many people said the mole rat. I think he won. I'm pretty sure he won the vote.
Oh
yeah.
Even when he fought for CFFC, the commentators were like, Cam the mole rat. Oh, well, that's a very unique nickname.
It's perfect. I love it. And now that I know the backstory, it's even better. It looks like he's trying to feel things to know where he's going.
It's just like trying to feel around because he can't see. Like you can't ever trust him to do the timing for the clock because he can't see the clock on the wall. We have one of them big digital timers, you know what I mean, on the wall. And he's 20 feet away and he can't tell what it says.
Yeah. It's like, why are we doing a 35-minute round, Cam? That's perfect. But on a slightly more serious note, Ethan, I know when we did our podcast a while ago, you mentioned how much winning the title means to you. And this is your chance to make good on that promise you made yourself, man. What does it mean? Kind of like you said back then, for just the culmination of all your hard work, dude. You've been grinding at this fighting game for a long time. What's it mean for finally to have some gold on the line?
It means everything, man. I've failed, you know what I mean? I fought before for two titles, one in a different organization, but I failed before, and you know what I mean. I just kept working myself back up, and that's why it's gonna be so sweet to win the belt in February because I have put so much time and so much effort in it, and I've had so many ups and so many downs, you know what I mean, and I've had to build myself back up and back up and back up, and just stayed the course, even through the hard times. But that's what's gonna make it feel so great. It's definitely going to be fairly, emotional moment for me.
Right. Yeah, man, we can only imagine. Like you said, and like you said on the podcast, this isn't for the faint of heart by any means. It's a thankless job a lot of times being a pro fighter. And for you to win gold is kind of the culmination of saying you were going to do something and then going out and accomplishing that. You said, I believe on the podcast back then, you were saying it's kind of your UFC title, right? Like this is everything to you, right?
Yeah. I mean, pretty much. Like I said, some guys, some fighters, things like this come easier to. For me, unfortunately, it wasn't that way. I've literally had to scratch and claw my way, and I've had to fight some of the best competition the state's had to offer. You know what I mean? And I've won some and I've lost some, but I'm still here and I'm still fighting. So I'm doing all right. But just adding a title to that mix is, that's the cherry on the top.
Ethan, you worked your way to a title shot. You got the title shot. You came up short. What did you take away most from that experience, and from how does that help you with your preparation for this go round?
I mean, really, it's just to keep working harder. You know what I mean? It's kind of like be like water to a rock. The more times you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, you're eventually going to get to where you want to be. And like I said, I've earned a title shot, against John DeJesus, come up short that night. I had another setback with Hayes right after that. And, 2 years ago, you felt like you were on the bottom of the pile. And then I come back and rattle off 2 wins, to beat a guy like Skylar Sudo, who is hands down one of the best guys I've ever faced in the ring. You know what I mean? It just shows you how much far you can come, if you just keep going and keep doing it. So I'm mentally unprepared, physically unprepared. I'm on cloud 9 right now. I'm ready to go. I wanted to do it sooner than this, but other things in life have pushed stuff back. And when Ryan finally said they was going to have the February card, I was like, fuck yes, it's time to go now.
Ethan, you want to fill, so obviously your close friends and family know what's going on coming up here in the spring time, but you want to announce it to the 247 faithful?
What's going on in my personal life in the springtime?
Yeah.
So in the spring, on May of 21st, my fiance gets to marry the greatest human being on the planet.
So she's not marrying you. Why is she your fiance then?
She gets to marry me.
You said something the complete opposite.
No, I said my fiance gets to marry the greatest human being on the planet. That's what I said.
That's why I'm wondering. She's not marrying you. Why are you engaged?
No. She's marrying me, and I am the greatest human being on the planet.
Great woman, horrible eyesight. Can't all be perfect.
I always, when we got engaged, everyone would always be like, congratulations. And I always just said, you congratulate her. She's the lucky one.
Nice.
So, you gotta, when you outkick your coverage, you got to know how to chop them down every once in a while so they don't think they can do any better, right?
That's a
Come
good
on, Ryan,
point.
you know this.
That's a veteran play for sure.
So, but before that, the week before that, Ryan schedules the Johnstown card. So as long as Ethan's physical and able to, he can't miss a Johnstown fight. So maybe he's going to go in and get married with a broken nose and a black and blue eye or something. I don't know.
Make a great story. Good wedding photos.
Yeah.
What did I tell you to tell your fiance?
I told her she had to have a little bit more faith in my abilities.
No. I told her to don't marry a fighter if you don't want black eyes in wedding photos.
So,
well, that's great. We know for sure a title fight coming up February 5th, possibly a title defense on May 14th in Johnstown. Doesn't sound like a bad time.
No, sounds like a good time.
And dude, I can't let you go without talking about the t-shirts that we just dropped, because I gotta say, our designer does an amazing job on all of our shirts, and this isn't a slight to anybody else's shirt, but Ethan Goss has the best t-shirt of any fighter yet. It's on our shop page. If you go to 247fighting.com and go to the shop tab, it's glorious. I mean, for people who don't know, Ethan has a pet raccoon that loves to eat Middlesworth potato chips. And
where is the pet raccoon?
She's downstairs. I didn't go get it. I mean, if you just want to wait a couple seconds, go get her.
That's literally the only reason we put you on here.
Give me 10 seconds. I'll be right back.
He'll keep talking about the shirt while you're gone.
Yeah. So Ethan, for people who don't know, especially out here in Pittsburgh, Middlesworth potato chips are like a Central PA potato chips brand that are just, in my opinion, the best chips on earth. I grew up eating them. I'm from Central PA as well, not far from where Ethan grew up. And Ethan's raccoon apparently loves these freaking potato chips. And when he said he wanted a shirt design, he said he wanted a raccoon eating Middlesworth barbecue potato chips. And our designer brought it to life in like an hour. I could not believe it. When I told her that, I was like, this is a long shot. This is a long shot that she's going to be able to pull this off. And she came back in like an hour with the absolute perfect t-shirt. So that's on.
So we're not able to show that on here.
I can't share a screen for some, but there's the so beautiful. Look at it.
Who
Chill.
does that?
Look at
That's
it.
my
Chill.
baby.
Oh, that's awesome. Who else? Like I said in the podcast, Ryan, if somebody said somebody on the 247 fighting roster has a pet raccoon, is there any question about who it would be?
The funny thing is, like, I that's like one of my favorite lines ever used ever. I'm just looking at the shirt online now because I saw like a
mock-up.
A mock-up, but I didn't actually see the. It's awesome.
Yeah, I can't show favoritism or anything, but I'm going to be straight up and just say I'm buying that shirt for sure. Like that one's joining the collection.
Yeah, your designer hit the nail on the head on that one, because that was like, when you said it to me, you texted me about it, asking me about a design, and I was like, well, I figured, like, I think there's got to be a raccoon and a bag of Middlesworth chips on it. And you
there's a bunch of fighter shirts on there. All the fighters get a cut of their shirt sales. So support the fighters with ticket sales as well as shirt sales. It helps out with the training camps and all that good stuff.
Yeah, it's honestly, they're just good looking shirts too. Like I genuinely think our designer does a killer job on them. They look great. Look great wearing them to the fights, especially. We don't have jerseys. Like, you go to a Steelers game, you're going to wear a Steelers jersey. You come to a 247 fight, wear your favorite fighter shirt. That's kind of the jersey of 247, so to speak.
Yep. Also, I've been waiting for how many weeks now for Ryan to announce this so we can promote the fight and the shirts.
Yeah. No,
you can ask Ryan. He literally texted me and said, James for the title, and I immediately texted back and said, yes. I said, send the contract, and I probably signed that contract within 10 minutes and sent it back to you.
Yeah, this was quick.
Yeah, well, it's most of the time Ethan's like, can you find me someone who has no arms and no legs, please?
Yeah.
And we're like, Ethan, you have to fight a human. You're gonna have to go in there. Like, you'll find the courage. You'll do it. And so this time, I just think he drank some courage juice.
Brian is so full of shit. You just look at him. You can just see it running out of his ears and especially his mouth.
That's how they do it.
Ethan, I love you, buddy.
How do you make people I don't get how you make your closest people, your closest fighters, hate you. I just don't get how you do that.
That's the funny thing, hey, it's a skill, it's a talent, it's an art.
Yeah, you're pretty damn good at that.
It's a gift. It's truly a gift. Yeah.
No.
That's perfect, man. Ethan, I'm not going to keep you around any longer, man. I'm sure you got to take care of Ivy, get some stuff done, but we appreciate you coming on.
Head to the gym.
Yeah, there you go. Get ready for that title fight. February 5th, ladies and gentlemen. Tickets are on sale right now. February 5th in Monroeville. Get it. Support Ethan. Support your local fighters. He's fighting for the title against a really tough test from Knoxville MMA. James Adcock. Killer fight, man. We can't all wait for that.
Yes, and for you guys that are local, that are watching and stuff too, I will have tickets in hand. So I will be able to sell, give you the tickets in hand. And for the guys that are farther away or something that want to book them online, make sure you get them under my name. And we're gonna blow the roof off the place here in February. A lot of big fights lined up. Just Khama Worthy being on the card alone. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah,
and more announcements to come, brother. More announcements to come. Don't go anywhere quite yet.
Yeah, we're going to kick Ethan out of the chat so he can go have some Middlesworth chips for the last time before February.
Yep. See you guys.
Later, man. Thanks for joining.
Yeah, Ethan.
All right, he's gone. Finally.
It's about time. Why did that take so long?
He's so long-winded. No, Ethan's amazing, man. We can't wait for that fight, obviously. And Khama Worthy, as he kind of said, if you guys are just joining the live stream, that was just Ethan Goss. He announced that on February 5th at Brawl in the Burgh 10, he's fighting James Adcock from Knoxville MMA for the 247 Pro Featherweight title. And main eventing that card, he was on earlier on this stream, Khama Worthy, freshly out of the UFC, is coming back to the local MMA scene, Brawl in the Burgh 10, fighting Jeremiah Scott, another super tough test. We got a bang up 1-2 there at the top of the card, Ryan.
It's unbelievable. I mean, those two fights are worth 5 times the price of admission alone. It's unbelievable.
Right. But we're charging you guys the same because we love you.
We do.
And tickets are on sale right now on 247fighting.com. You can get tickets. You can buy the shirt. I know we talked about it and we built it up, but that's not hype. Like, Ethan's shirt is that good. I'm genuinely buying one with my money and putting it to good use. It's my favorite shirt that we've designed yet. It's awesome. We're waiting on one more fighter to join the stream, but we can announce another fight still, Ryan.
I think he's watching, though, the fighter that's joining.
I know.
So he needs to join.
I sent him the link, and he acknowledged that he got it, so I think he's just getting home or something, he said, so no worries there. But we got another pro fight. We can announce the pro fight because he couldn't join, unfortunately. He has a wedding to get to. Justin Patton's back. The General. Justin, the General Patton.
General.
This fight, man, he's fighting Josh Armstrong, and this looks like a killer fight on paper, man. Like, when you just think about the matchup, this one is the crowd pleaser. This is my early kind of fight of the night contender.
Both of these guys are complete scrappers. They're both, like, super hungry. They both started off their pro career with a loss. And so these are two guys that are looking to get off the schneid, looking to pick up their first win, and they are hungry. If anyone knows Justin personally, as well as has ever seen him fight, you know that he's coming. He's intense. He's probably one of the most intense people I've ever met in my life. And so he's looking to right the ship, and as well as Josh Armstrong, these two are going to bring it.
Yeah, and Justin obviously training at the academy with Khama, and all those guys, they're mainstays at 247 shows, whether they're fighting or not. They're in the corner, they're in the crowd, and that's you kind of hinted at it there, Ryan. But that's one of my favorite things about Justin, man, is even on a night that he's not fighting, if you see him backstage, he is 1000% ready to fight anyway.
He's like. I've asked him before, hey, man, how you feeling? Just like in general at a show. And he's like, dude, like, do you have someone for me? I'm like, bro, we can't have you fight right now. But he's that guy. He's a born fighter. He's gonna bring it no matter what. And both these guys are crowd pleasers. I expect this fight to be absolute fireworks.
Yeah, same. I mean, he's fought some crazy top level competition, obviously as an amateur, but then his pro debut, I got to give credit to Sean Souser, the out of town fighter. He hit one of the most beautiful arm bars I've seen on the regional circuit on Justin. It was one of those fights where it's nothing Justin necessarily did wrong. It's just Sean with an amazing submission, amazing setup, and snatched it, man. I mean, sometimes one fighter will just do that, and MMA's got the great equalizer of a knockout or submission to just end a fight. And unfortunately, Justin had to stomach that loss that night for him. And now, like you said, he's going to be bouncing back. I know nobody wants to lose 2 straight, but Justin Patton especially doesn't want to lose 2 straight. So he's going to be ready to go.
Yeah, MMA is definitely that sport where if you come in a little bit slow and someone comes in a little bit quick, like you can get caught off guard, and you got to be ready to go as soon as that bell sounds. Or this is the type of sport that it can end quick, and that's kind of what I felt like happened in that last fight. So the dude is literally, he's a gamer. That's the other thing. You send an opponent, like, you can't send an opponent his way. He would literally say yes to whoever you sent.
Yeah.
You got to send it to his coach, like most people anyway.
Right.
Because he's literally like, it doesn't matter who you send him. It's the answer is always yes. I'll fight whoever. Like, you send me someone, put them in front of me. Like, it's like the UFC one day. It's like, it doesn't matter weight classes. Like, he's 230. All right, let's do it. Like,
I'm in.
Yeah. And so that's a great mindset to have, and putting the right people in place to protect you from yourself is also a good thing. So Dave Sachs does a great job, and this should be a great one, man.
For sure. So we've got Khama Worthy versus Jeremiah Scott in the main event, Brawl in the Burgh 10, February 5th. You heard from Khama. We got Ethan Goss versus James Adcock, co-main event, featherweight title fight, February 5th. Justin Patton versus Josh Armstrong, pro bantamweight fight we just talked about. And now I'm going to tag in another fighter who just joined our stream, and he will be on the February 5th Brawl in the Burgh 10 fight card as well. An up-and-coming amateur. Who could it be? He's sideways.
He is definitely sideways.
There we go. There he is. Julian Flannery. What's up, dude?
You know, another day.
Just another day.
Day.
How you feeling, man? How's the training going there at the Mat Factory? I know how you savages get after it every single day.
Yeah, we definitely get after it. Isaac keeps us busy. We have a lot of good guys there that are always constantly having competition. So it's always, you know, someone getting ready for competition. How can I help? And just ready to bring the intensity every day to a practice.
For sure. Go ahead, Ryan.
Every time I see you guys, like, post-workout, like, I don't see a spot on a shirt that is not soaking wet. Like, it's always soaking wet. What does Isaac keep that room at, like, 120, or are you guys just like
that's Isaac? That's Isaac making sure that no one leaves the room without having a super intense workout.
That's good. That's good, man.
Making sure everyone puts that work in, you know.
He sounds like a bully. Is Isaac a bully? He sounds like a bully.
It's way possible.
One of the best coaches in the area, man. We love Isaac. He obviously does an amazing job with you guys. And one thing that I like, Julian, specifically for you, man, you've been out of action in the cage for a little bit, but you've been staying super busy with the grappling tournaments and everything. How do you find that kind of keeping your competitive juices going?
I really like it. I don't have a high school or college wrestling background, so I like to try to, like, make up on experience, I guess you could say. So I love competing in mixed martial arts, of course, but any individual martial art. I think it really gives you that competitive experience. That way, when you get into the cage, the nerves aren't as much there, and you're just ready to get after it.
No, that's awesome, man. And we talked with Ethan Goss just before you hopped on. We were talking about his T-shirt and how I had to say it's my favorite shirt we've designed so far. But I got to give you props, man. Yours is second. Yours is the second best shirt we've designed.
I love that one, and I can't wait to see that one out.
Yeah.
Whoever he's around, it's like, oh, you have the best shirt. No. Wait, I said he was the best, but you're, like, really the best.
I gave him second. You got to give me some props. I actually said second. I can't put it above the raccoon eating Middlesworth barbecue chips.
Raccoon is so original. That's dope. Yeah, I have to say, Ethan, that's sick.
Yeah, but just
go to the 247 page. Like, these shirts are awesome. Check them out. Like, I'm just looking at. I didn't see Julian. I didn't see your shirt until just now.
It's killer.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's killer, man. You want to tell the good people at home the inspiration behind that shirt, because when you came to me with it, I didn't know why, and then you explained it. I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Well, I got a big mandrill tattoo that covers my entire left pec, so makes sense. I love them. Yeah,
he went with the mandrill, and it looks sick. I mean, our designer once again just did an amazing job. She's awesome, dude. She's awesome in every facet. And there's more fighter shirts on the site, as Ryan said. You guys need to go check those out. Support your fighter. If you're just joining, when you buy a fighter's T-shirt, like if you buy Julian's shirt, he gets a cut of that profit. He gets commission on every sale. So especially for an amateur fighter who can't earn money for actually fighting, this is huge for them for a little bit of holiday money.
For sure. Tap in and buy those shirts for them. You're not going to regret it.
Absolutely, dude. Well, what's your training schedule look like this week? I want to know like what a Mat Factory fighter goes through on a weekly basis.
Well, it'll depend because we have a lot of guys. Like I said, they're always having competition, so there'll be guys who'll need extra work in a morning or evening. So we have a lot of like side sessions for guys to come to, but like Sunday morning is Sunday mornings, Monday morning, Monday night. You have the Tuesday evening wrestling practices. You have the Wednesday morning and Wednesday evening practices and Friday evening open mats and stuff like that. So I try to make sure that I get to as many as I can, make sure I'm staying fresh, especially like you guys mentioned before, I've had a layoff. So I'm really trying to make sure the skills look very good when I get into that stage.
Nice. I got to put him on blast a little bit because I forget who was giving him a hard time. Cody Gamble, I think. Is Justin Pippin showing up to wrestling practice yet?
JP's making progress.
We were talking to him before the last show, and I was talking to Justin and Cody, and I was like, you guys probably like roll a lot together, and they're like, yeah. And I'm like, what's your favorite part about about rolling with him, and what's your least favorite part? And he put him on blast and was like, he doesn't come to wrestling. That's what I don't like about him.
Oh, yeah, those are my guys. I love working with both of them. They help me. They build me up in all different types of ways, and I love working with those two beasts. Lots of other guys, but since you guys mentioned them, they do help a lot. Having two massive guys like that in the room. I mean, not too many gyms in the regional area have 3-4 plus big guys that you can really have some good sessions in with.
Yeah, no doubt, man. And like you kind of said, you've had a bit of a layoff. You're working your way back and everything, ready to go, get those competitive juices going. If somebody's never seen you compete, how would you describe your style? Like, what can they expect on February 5th?
Super aggressive. I like to just get into the fight, whether that's kickboxing or that's grappling. I like to engage. I like to attack people. I mean, I don't want to waste any time while I'm in there. I'm coming to get the finish anytime I'm in a competition.
Nice. Well, we can't wait to see it, man. We appreciate you jumping on this live stream for a little bit. I'll let you go.
Hey, Hunter, you didn't announce his fight.
I didn't, did I? He's
probably
fighting.
Should.
He's fighting Matt Vanderhoff.
Under
contract to fight Matt Vanderhoff, who we haven't seen much of, but he's been a guy that we know has been just dying to get in that 247 cage, which we love to see. He's a guy who got the contract, signed it immediately, no hesitation. He's a guy we're excited to see as well. We think this matchup with Julian is just going to be a banger, man. You get two hungry guys. Like Julian said, I'm super aggressive. You know what you're getting with this fight, and it's 100% going to deliver those fireworks. I have no doubt.
For sure. I'm looking forward to putting on a clinic for everyone to see.
Yes, sir. We'll have tickets are live right now at 247fighting.com. You can buy tickets. We'll also get you physical tickets, Julian, to hand out. The shirts are live at 247fighting.com. And what else we got? What else do we need to plug with Julian? Oh, we'll have a fight poster for you too, Julian. I'll text that to you actually as soon as this is over.
Perfect.
Nice. All right, man. Thanks again for joining.
It was a pleasure. I look forward to competing for you guys.
For sure, dude. We can't wait. Enjoy your night.
See you guys.
Thanks, Julian.
Boom. All right, Brian.
Now, what people don't know is like we're sitting on a big bombshell.
We've been kind of just letting this one simmer, and I'm debating even talking about it yet. Should we? Well, we'll announce since neither of these guys could make it. You know what? No. Let's just talk about it. Let's talk about the bombshell. I can't resist it any longer. So for the good people at home, you know what, Ryan? You're the owner. You take this one. You
all right, well, we have someone who's a pretty big deal. There's very few. Living in the state of Pennsylvania, wrestling is our thing, right? So. We have a lot of high-level wrestlers, and there have been a handful that have done the impossible, which is win a state championship as a freshman, sophomore, junior, and senior in high school. And we have like, I don't know, a handful of people who have done that. Gavin Teasdale is one of those, and he's coming to MMA, and he is a complete stud on the wrestling mats. Like, full ride to state to Penn State and transferred to Iowa. Never had that collegiate career. Now he's ready for his MMA career. And how is he going to transition? That's the big question. He's a complete animal on the wrestling mats, and it's a different ball game with MMA. And we have an opponent for him, Tyler Frye, who is very active in Muay Thai, in Jiu-Jitsu. He's had an MMA bout, and now these two, this is a debut, right? A debut for MMA, but this is such a high level, big deal guy that we're so excited to help launch his career. And, you know, he's going to bring it. Like, I'm hearing really good things about both these guys and their preparation and getting ready for this fight. Like, they've known for weeks now, and I'm just hearing great things. I'm so excited for this fight.
Dude, this is, you kind of hinted on it, but I just want to hammer home the point that this is as skilled of an amateur fight. When you're talking one fight of combined experience, you know, Tyler Frye had a fight back in July, had his amateur debut back in July. Gavin's never fought. When you're talking about 0-0 versus 0-1, this is as talented as a matchup as you will find in terms of just overall skill sets. If these were Madden, if these were players in Madden, their skills would be way higher than their record and experience shows. I mean, we know Gavin, you talked about it, 4-time Pennsylvania state champion wrestler. That's just virtually unheard of. I think 13 guys in the history of PA wrestling have done that. 13. And we're talking about, like you said, Pennsylvania, arguably the best wrestling state in the nation. And Gavin just ran the table from freshman to senior year, winning states every single year. I mean, he is the ultimate wrestling prospect transferring to MMA. So we're incredibly, incredibly honored to be able to have his debut February 5th at Brawl in the Burgh 10. And Tyler Frye, man, we cannot undersell that guy enough. And I'll just let you guys a little secret nugget. Like, the way they talk, they're very confident as well. They see something in Gavin's game that they like, or they know something about Gavin they like. It seems like they're very confident. This is absolutely not a match for Gavin to just come in and make a splash and get a win. This is going to be a hard fight for Gavin. And training at Indio Dojo with Danilo Villafort, they feel super ready for it too. You know, like Ryan said, we've heard nothing but good things about Gavin's preparation and training. And dude, when you talk about fights that I'm just flat out excited to see, this one's right near the top for Brawl in the Burgh 10.
I don't know the exact circumstances or when these two have, like, kind of been supposed to grapple or something before, but there's a history there that exists, and I'm sure that'll come out as we're interviewing and figuring everything out. But there's a little bit of, I think, a little bit of contention, and you take a look at Gavin, just to kind of go over Gavin's record as far as wrestling goes. He was 46-0 as a freshman, 36-0 as a sophomore, 40-0 as a junior, and then the target was really on his back, and he still won, but he still won the state, but he lost two matches during his senior season, 40-2. So he had a .988 winning percentage in high school at Jefferson.
That's absurd. That is so absurd.
Super high level. You talk to guys, they talk about his wrestling, and they just say he's just different. There's this stuff doesn't, like, we don't see this. And so it's really interesting. I mean, I don't know how he's going to transition to MMA. This is not wrestling. We're not having a wrestling match. So, you know, when you never know until you get punched in the face how someone's going to, like old Mike Tyson, everyone's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yep.
What's going to happen? Like, who knows? You have to be there to see it.
Yeah.
This is going to be a barn burner.
It's going to be awesome, man. Like you said, Tyler Frye is kind of doing new age. I'm not sure what you want to call it, but you mentioned it, and I think it's very, very important to note that he competes in strictly Muay Thai competition as well as strictly grappling Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu competition. This is what a lot of new age MMA fighters are doing. You know, we've heard for years. Like, I'm thinking back when UFC was really taking off in like 2006, 7, and everybody said, in the future, you're going to have kids that just start training everything from the beginning. It's not going to be a wrestler that decides to fight or a boxer that decides to fight. It's going to be kids who have done everything from the beginning. And that's really what Tyler Frye reminds me of. This kid that competes in pure grappling, competes in pure Muay Thai stand up, and then brings it all together for the MMA game. So he's really like that new wave fighter. So that's going to be really exciting to see. And then against the old school pure wrestler coming into MMA and Gavin. So it's just a really exciting matchup on every level. And Gavin training at Indio with Danilo, all I've heard is that he still has that competitive spirit to the highest degree, that he's a dog in there from what I've heard. So that's crazy exciting to me, because that's how you got to be. Like you said, this isn't a wrestling match anymore. He's going to get punched in the face. But from all accounts that I've heard, he responds well when that pressure is on. So I'm excited to see it.
And he's been on the big stage. He's been in big spots. He's, you know, I don't think that either one of these guys, like, this isn't unfamiliar territory for them. They've both been here. This isn't like a normal, like, 0-1 versus 0-0. Like, this is, you know, guys that are going to look a lot more skilled and talented than we're used to seeing at that level. And so I'm super excited for it. How does this occur, man? This is just so exciting. That's five bouts that we're announcing today. We have a couple others in the works, one or two done that we're just not ready to announce yet. And we have a bunch that we're working on. You know, we got guys. You're gonna kind of get into what we're, for those of you watching that are thinking, hey, this is an awesome card to be on. Spotlight's going to be on you. Let us know if you want to be on it. You're going to go over some spots that are available.
Yeah, I mean, we, like Ryan said, we still are filling this card out. As we said, we've talked with Khama Worthy, who's headlining the card. We talked with Ethan Goss, who's co-main eventing the card in the title fight. Justin Patton, Julian Flannery, Gavin Teasdale's on the card, and you know what he's going to do for the wrestling community and drawing eyes to the card. So if you guys want on the card, hit us up. We still have a 155-pound amateur that we're trying to match. He's 2-0. If you want a piece of a 2-0 lightweight amateur, here's your chance. This, like Ryan said, this is a great card to get on. We have our 135-pound champ, undefeated. He already spoiled it in the comments, so I mean, it's not like it's a surprise when we say we have our champion wants to defend his belt. Everybody knows who it is anyway. It's Cam Allgaier. We're looking to book against Cam, so if you want a amateur bantamweight title fight, there's your chance.
He just let us know, what, yesterday, the day before?
Yeah, literally yesterday.
Ago, like,
yeah.
Hey, yeah, I want matched. I mean, he hinted at it like a week or two ago, but but it became official that we're going to match him in like last 24, 48 hours.
Yeah, which is awesome. I mean, Cam, like Ethan was talking about him, that's no joke. Like, he's one of my favorite fighters to watch in and out of the cage. Last fight's Brawl in the Burgh 9. He was backstage in the corners, like helping Sid Ross get ready. But he was literally doing engineering homework with like a graphing calculator. Like, he had his graphing calculator out doing engineering homework. I'm like, dude, you're like the most interesting guy in the world. Like, you're this bookworm who just turns into an absolute savage when the lights go down. It's beautiful.
That's funny.
So we got Cam. We've got 155-pound 2-0 amateur. We've got an 0-1 featherweight amateur, who's a very intriguing matchup. I think people should probably hop on that. Spoiler alert, he has fought for us before, this 0-1, 145. And we got a 1-1 light heavyweight amateur looking to match. So if you are in any of those weight classes, who am I missing, Ryan? What else we got?
I don't know. I don't have a list in front of me. I thought you had your 170 1-0, 170 0-1.
Yeah.
You're putting me on the spot.
That's just because I ran out of memory.
We have 145 female 4-2.
There you go. Yeah. 145 3-2 amateur. So there's male
There's
So
spots.
there's spots is what we're getting at here. Featherweight, lightweight, light heavyweight, welterweight, all amateur spots.
And we're going to see about potentially adding a pro.
We
We already
could.
have quite a few pro fights, but there's a potential to add for another pro or so.
Yeah. Yep. So there's still spots available. Like we said, we officially just announced 5 fights on this live stream. There are more that are done or all but done. We fully expect to add them in the next couple days. But then there's still, 5, 6, 7 slots available. I forget how many we just named, but there's still at least, 5 or 6 available. So especially amateur out there, if you guys want to get in the cage and have, like we said, Ryan touched on it. That's a big deal, man, to fight on a card with Khama Worthy, with an Ethan Goss title fight, with Gavin Teasdale's debut. There's going to be a lot of eyes on this fight card, and both online on our pay-per-view and in person in Monroeville. So if you want to fight on a card that's really going to get some attention and blow up, this is the chance to do that.
Sidney Ross will be on the card. Cam Allgaier on the card. There's so many stars. Julian Flannery, like the guy he's a future star. Like there's a lot of big names on here, and so it's going to be a lot of eyes on this card. Good card to get on.
Absolutely. So that's Brawl in the Burgh 10, February 5th, ladies and gentlemen. Tickets are live now. We talked about the T-shirts a good bit. They are also at 247fighting.com. You just navigate to that little shop tab at the top of the site. All the shirts are there. Tickets, shirts, pay-per-view will be live the night of the event if you can't make it to Monroeville. But we fully encourage you to try to show up in person. We've talked about it on podcasts a lot. I talked about it with John Anik, with Adam Milstead, with all kinds of notable names in the MMA space, and everyone just agrees there's something special about being at a local MMA fight live. It's crazy. Like, if you've never done it, this is a great time to introduce. You're going to spoil yourself if this is your first event ever, but it's worth it. Like, come February 5th, Brawl in the Burgh 10. It's going to be awesome. We can't wait to see you there. We're going to end the live stream, and we're going to have a lot of news for you guys in the next coming days as well. But we thank you for joining in, commenting, engaging. We can't wait for February 5th.
Thanks, everyone. 247fighting.com. Get your tickets now. Get them from your favorite fighter. They'll have those physical tickets in like a week or so.
Beautiful. We will see you guys soon.